Hello everyone, and welcome back to D&D with WhatTeamComp. I am your host, the Uncommon Guru, back with our usual gaggle of friendly, chaotic entities. Paris, who is
Hey,
playing
boys.
Paris, who is playing the Azamar Barbarian. We have Artemis, played by. Do you want me to use a
Handle?
candle? I was going to ask you, want me to use your TikTok handle?
Did you
Guess candle.
forgot my name?
No, I
Did
forgot
you
your
forgot
no.
my name?
I forgot your TikTok handle.
What's your name? Steve!
Who is the half-elf wizard artificer. Zark, who is playing Aurelius, the human paladin, and Moss, who is playing the human fighter Elizabeth.
Hey. You do a punch. I do a punch and a poke.
She do a lot of things.
I do a kick that's heard around the world.
She mostly do the sneak for the party.
She knows what she's good at, you know? Anyways, go ahead, Comp.
You're fine. So, when we last left off, you guys had been making your way and had made your way over the Caucasus Walk, a literal bridge of air, wind that had lifted you up and kept you alight over the treacherous ravine filled with elementals of a variety and various nature.
Yeah, little salamanders in
Little by distance.
Little
Big
salamanders.
But with you guys getting across, and with a few days of travel.
Chunky lads.
What?
Chunky lads.
Yes, chunky. Thick boys. You guys
Juicy, plump, round fuckers.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
he just kept escalating it, and I can't say that I blame him because that's just who he is. But you guys were eventually able to arrive in Peking Hill, the next town on the block, where they offered one room and board for you guys to be able to, rest and relax, as well as the opportunity to take part in a moonlight ceremony, effectively to allow for the moon to touch your weapons and potentially assist in their ability to, be magical. Of course, they'd have to be waiting and such until the time that they have finished bathing in the light of the moon. But I'm sure nothing possibly bad could happen during that. Certainly
Not at
not.
all.
So, with that being said, you guys had, I think several of you had gone to the honey collector and met with Deval, the innkeeper, about getting rooms.
Wasn't there sick animals or something?
There was an injured animal that you guys wanted to be like, hey,
Injured
can we see if we can see what's going on with that?
Yeah.
But yeah, Serenity and Artemis were having sexy time. Elizabeth and Aurelius went up to their rooms.
Yes.
That's lewd.
Correct. You're not incorrect.
Lewd.
I am a genius!
Lewdy.
Yeah. Alright. Fuck, brain. Just keep talking. I was thinking of something, I lost it.
You're fine. Aurelius had been over at the Tricksters Collective, a library / bookstore. And so currently the main person who is able to be kind of up and about for a little bit is Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, what are you up to?
Well, as soon as she gets up to her room, just to kind of look over the area, she absent-mindedly,
Mm-hmm.
not even really thinking about it, her hand goes to the lanyard on her belt,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
completely forgetting that the first 10 things that she thinks is gonna go to him,
Right.
you just, poor Maxim's going to hear, what are you even doing, Elizabeth? And just lets go of the lanyard.
Okay.
And
You don't get a reply.
then I wasn't expecting one.
I'm just letting you know.
Then she is going to sit down on the bed,
Mm.
pull the locket out of her pouch again,
Mm.
out of frustration, and kind of just go, let's see what happens, and try again to open this thing.
Run it back again.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Thinker's Tools Dexterity.
My computer froze. 25 if you add proficiency.
Yay!
All right.
I'm not in the roll 20!
No, you're not.
But yeah, 25 if you add my proficiency bonus.
Which, if you are, I believe you are proficient with it, so yes, 25.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you finagle with it, and there's like a small latch that you've been like trying to hook onto, and it's been like just out of reach, and you kind of just like sit back and kind of you're not like doing it with like full intention of like trying to be lackadaisical almost. You're just laying back with it over you, and as you do so, you realize that when you're holding it above you, the gravity actually keeps that latch down just enough that you can actually get a grip on it. You kind of lean forward a little bit, and you fiddle with it just a little and slowly tug at it, and there is a soft click.
Elizabeth will sit up straight and surprised that it actually worked and open up the locket.
Right? This is not the right music for that anymore.
No, this is way too happy, I think.
Yeah, no, this is happy, yeah, but you know, what is good on 6? So
At least I didn't roll a nat 1. I was so worried I was gonna roll a nat 1 and break it like further. Which would be Elizabeth's luck with this locket since she's had it for quite some time.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, she's had this locket for years and hasn't been able to open it.
still on the same track. No. Fuck.
Ooh. I just saw the name of the song if that's the one you're using. Okay.
You finally are able to open the locket. There's a sense of elation, relief, anxiety, trepidation as you finally managed to do it. You've got it open. As you open it up, you weren't sure what you were expecting. There's a few things that came to mind, of course. A few things that added up. To you, at least, but not this. In this locket, on the piece that would close and latch in, there's a series of runes and inscriptions. It's very orderly, very concise. It's so much that this looks like it should be scrawled on the walls just to read it. But it's tiny, written just so. This probably took a long time to get etched into here just the way that it is. In the main piece, there is an even stranger sight. As you look at what appears to be at least half of a glass eye.
Okay.
More runes, more other bits around it that have a slightly elevated bit around it, likely so that when it closes it'll latch and shut completely. But there is a glass eye, and as you look into it, you can see that the pupil and the iris both have further runes and inscriptions, more added to it, that again is just, this is so intricate and so small. Serenity,
Just said be right back.
I need you to be right back now.
So we're gonna have to pause for a sec
No, not fully.
on this. Okay.
How do you react to this?
Well, Elizabeth, in her confusion, because this is very much over her head, she might not understand the runes and everything, but she brings it up closer to her face, trying to inspect everything. Seeing, in her mind, if she sees it closer, she'll understand it better. And after looking at the runes for a bit and seeing the eye, which is really kind of creeps her out a bit, she puts the locket down next to her on the bed, and her hand goes again to the lanyard.
Before you do that,
Yes.
You let go of the locket?
Yes, she does.
Make an intelligence save.
An intelligence save. Oh shit. Yeah, where I have none. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, 19. Okay. Huh.
Put it down, and as you do so, there's as the last tip of your finger is pulling away, there's almost like a faint, like a static, a shock between your finger and the metal. And for a brief instant, you swear you can almost hear a faint whisper, a word, one you don't know, not a language you understand. In your head.
In confusion. She'll stare at the locket. In confusion, she'll stare at the locket.
Oh, you went quiet.
Very.
Yeah, muffled.
Again?
No, you were just muffled.
Okay, sorry about that. I might need to replace my headphones. But she kind of looks at the locket in confusion after hearing the slight word in her head, and she hesitantly reaches forward and picks it up again, feeling almost uneasy not having it on her.
You feel calmer once it's in your hands.
Oh, okay. With her other hand, she'll...
Serenity's back.
Okay.
We'll get back. We'll
But
get
yeah,
to her
with
in a
her
second.
other hand, she reaches for the lanyard and just very quickly, again, not expecting a response,
Mhm.
says, "I got it open."
Okay. This time you do get a reply. The reply is, you got it. The locket? Oh, you got it open?
And she'll kind of like be startled to hear Maxim's voice because I have a feeling she's like sent like little things, not expecting
Yeah.
anything back
Yeah.
since she got it. And she'll, yeah, I have an eye staring at me right now.
You get the most flat. Huh?
There
Oh,
is an eye in the locket.
okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. There's a pause for a moment, and then give me some time. I'm going to see about some things.
I'll keep you posted. And she'll let go of the lanyard before going back to studying the runes, even if she can't understand them.
Gotcha. Paris.
Yep.
I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Excuse the fuck out of you?
Sorry,
Oh,
it's the locket.
Goody.
I had to do an intelligence save while you were gone.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen so far as you're aware. When you and Artemis are effectively in cuddle mode, you've been there for a little bit. You're not focused on anything, and you're just kind of relaxing, laying back, and then you hear like a sound in the back of your head, a thing that you kind of not distance yourself from, but kind of like pushed down because you're like, I need to focus. I'm having a good time, and I'm not going to let it be interrupted. As you hear a faint, like almost like a grinding of teeth kind of sound in your head.
In her mind, she'll respond, "What's the matter?"
I feel something. I don't know what. Something's near.
Like holding on to her. Yeah, and what? Or she's holding tighter
Yeah, to Artemis.
onto Artemis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in what sense?
It's not moving.
Is she talking out loud?
No, this is just all in her
In her
head
head.
of sorts.
Yeah.
Alright, because Artemis is a light sleeper, I would need to know.
No, understandable. It's not moving. At all. I don't
Can you
know
tell where?
Close. That's all I can tell you.
Some kind of sigh and sit up.
It's weak. But it's here. Lay back down. No need to worry her. She will worry. I'll keep an eye out. Well, I'll keep what I can out.
I'll just lay back down. Just let me know if it gets worse.
I can't imagine how.
Don't jinx it. She will lay back down.
All right.
There is a part of me that feels that now that Elizabeth got the locket open,
Mm-hmm.
after studying for a bit and realizing she hasn't a clue what it says or what it does, she doesn't close it all the way
Mm-hmm.
in fear that it might get stuck again,
Right.
but she puts it on underneath her scarf.
Okay.
Instead of keeping it in her pouch like she has been. To be fair, this is something that I thought about doing before I knew it was inside the locket.
It's a remarkably comfortable weight around your neck. It's good to have it here.
Okay.
I will say that for now, nothing more appears to be happening.
Okay.
The two of them finish their doodah.
They're cuddling.
Yes.
Eventually, Serenity will head downstairs. She'll wait for Artemis to fully wake up, or I don't know how to describe the fucking haze where you're half asleep but not going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the post-nap hangover.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
That is in fact the scientific term for it.
At this point, Elizabeth would have left her room and gone downstairs.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough.
Damn it! Why do I keep doing that? Sorry.
You're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm just trying to read.
Oh, devastated you sounded. I'm sorry.
It happens.
Oh, God.
But yes, you are able to come
Right.
downstairs. You guys are awake, cognizant, and you can go about the town, checking into the injured. Sorry, 1 second here. Yeah. Flossurus.
Lustrous.
Flossurus. Flossurus.
I think that's
Fluorescent.
what.
Hmm?
I think that's definitely what Serenity wants to do.
Mm.
And
Aurelius wants to check up on the beast.
I
Make sure it's
think
okay.
Artemis and Elizabeth would just tag along at this point, unless Artemis has decoding.
Artemis
to
wants to go to the bookstore.
Right now? Okay.
Well, she can check on the beast, but her mind is kind of focused. She asked if there was a library.
Yeah. You were
Yeah,
told about it.
Aurelius is
Aurelius
into
just
it.
jumped out of the cart and was like, I'm going to the library.
If you want, Aurelius can just fucking kick down your door and be like, book, and throw it at you. And then run away.
And Artemis is gonna look at it and just be like, "Why did you throw porn at me?"
It's not porn. It's a really good story with demons fucking. He runs away being unable to make words.
Yes, this is the kind of porn I read. I don't need to read it right now.
It's not porn.
So you have the copy of Weaving Tales.
Just imagine hearing that from downstairs.
You just hear clank 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 clank. Fuck this! I'm going to look at the hurt creature. I want to make sure it's okay. I need to keep my mind off the.
Should I just watches
Unable.
Aurelius leave the building?
Should we go with him?
I'm hungry. Artemis is gonna come downstairs and she's gonna get breakfast.
It's
Afternoon, isn't it?
yeah, it's afternoon. You guys had a cuddle. It was in the
Lunch.
Are you saying
afternoon.
we had another? Are we saying that we had another nap and not a long rest?
Yes.
God damn it!
It was a nap, not a long rest yet. Still the same day.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you eat more than me and Aurelius.
I certainly eat.
She eats more than I do, but that's not hard to do.
You need to eat more. She's looking at Elizabeth.
Elizabeth just kind of shrugs her shoulders like, I eat when I'm hungry. I'm not always hungry.
Artemis is gonna shrug, and then she's like, I'm going to find the library, and just walks out.
Okay, so you're not going to the creature, you're going to the library.
Yes.
Is everyone else going to the creature?
Before heading outside, Elizabeth will look up at Serenity going, would you like me to accompany her?
No, she's fine on her own. Believe me.
Thought it better to ask. Let's go find Aurelius before he gets in trouble.
Appreciated.
Alright.
Yes, let's find that missing paladin.
He's not going to be hard to find.
It's really
Clank,
not.
clank,
You
clank, clank.
step outside and you just hear clank, 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 and off to the right, effectively, and you kind of look over, you just see him just kind of bouncing along.
Yeah, follow the sound of that armor.
I'll send Bean after Artemis.
Okay.
Forgot about Bean Bean.
Basically tell them, like, help out however you can with whatever she needs.
Of course. So, the three of you make your way over and find, it's a little hut just kind of on the outskirts of the city. Very light looking in terms of the composition of the materials used. In fact, looking at the roof, it looks like it's made out of straw that has like woven areas that intentionally leave gaps in the ceiling.
So it's like a thatched roof, but like with holes,
Yes.
or like moonlight or sunlight or some shit.
Yes.
Okay. Must suck when it rains.
Do you just open the door? Do you knock?
Knock, open up the door, it's real.
Rain shut down.
Brain turn on.
So this is this the place the person said the animal was,
Yes.
or is this where the person said they would be?
Where the animal was.
Okay. Aurelius is going to. First of all, he's checking if there's anyone that's like authority figure that's going to stop him, basically. And if there isn't any, he's just going to slowly open the door and carefully walk in, making sure not to be too disruptive.
Yeah.
He wants to check on the creature and make sure it's okay, and he doesn't want to startle it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard for him to do, considering, clank, 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 clank. But just in case, it's moving slowly.
Okay, you enter in, and you're moving slower to try and mitigate too much sound, which is definitely something that is out of character appreciated. And you do see that there is one of these Flossurus that is like laying on the side. Looks like it's got like not patchwork, but like a slow attempt at patching up the wound.
Okay.
Nearby. Oh, go ahead.
What does the wound look like? Is it just like a cut, a scrape, a broken leg? If it's broken leg, that'd be bad. Is it like a...
It looks like it's make a medicine check.
Oh, I have to do a roll.
Yes. Roll.
Yo. Ever heard of a nat 20 before?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a 22. Shit, sorry, I need to put up the extension. I just realized it isn't.
You're fine. I believe you.
Yeah.
So with a 22, this creature has an incision running across its side. One that looks like it was made with a bladed weapon. Not a creature, but something potentially more malicious, if you will. A person would have had to have made an attack like this.
Yeah, so the cuts are consistent with, like, say, a sword's swing or like a spear.
Yeah,
Like,
more of
something
a more of a sword swing than a spear.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a piercing; it's slashing. Something slashed at this creature.
I was just thinking pole arms in general because it's easy to do. Anyway. Alright. Is there anything else I can really gather from looking at it?
It doesn't look to be recent. It's probably within the last 2-3 days, but it does look like there's a bit of infection, which is likely why it's here. It was likely attacked, kind of walked it off, but the wound wasn't treated immediately, and it has at least the starts of some manner of infection.
Okay.
Nearby, by the way, just to give you the whole room, there is a person who is tending to the creature. The person, as you can tell, is a beastkin. They have features of more humanoid form and whatnot, but do have little bits of an animal's physique to them. This one appears to be a bit more mousy. Got the ears, the prehensile tail that is kind of moving around, grabbing stuff and kind of pulling it over into their hands as they're gently like trying to soothe the creature as they're trying to put an ointment on it, and the creature just kind of like pulls back, and you see her just kind of like puffing out her cheeks, like tapping her foot slowly, just like, if you keep moving away, I'm not going to be able to come back, come here. Reaches over, tries to do it again, just pulls away slowly, just like
May I?
oh,
may I
well,
give it a
hi.
Like, sorry.
Is this
Didn't
just
mean-
a list, or are we
You're all
both
here.
actually?
All three of you.
Yeah, I was gonna say by this time we would have gotten there too.
Yep.
Trinity will offer any assistance as well.
I
So will Elizabeth.
obviously try not to crowd the poor thing, but I mean, obviously any assistance is good. Hi, welcome. This is
Aurelius is going to take off his right gauntlet in preparation.
okay.
Which one of us wants to go first for this? Which one of us has the best animal handling, actually?
I mean, I have +2.
I have +5.
I have
Okay.
+3.
Alright, farm girl it is.
But I also, keep in mind, I also have, lay on hands. And is that cure wounds?
Do you have
Yeah, I
cure?
have cure wounds as well.
You have. Oh, wait, no, right. Subclass.
Mhm.
I was so confused. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you have.
Paladins can get that. Any paladin can get that.
I feel lied to.
Why did you
Not by you.
Did you just
By, like,
not-
5e tools.
Did you never look at it and see that it has cure wounds?
I looked, it didn't show it. That was the problem.
What?
I'll be back.
Alright.
If you type in cure wounds, paladin is on the list of classes that get it.
I filtered it by paladin. It didn't do anything. Anyway,
Anyway,
does this woman have Is she trying to put a bandage on, or is it? I'm sorry.
It's an
I'm only
ointment.
half
Likely, it's an ointment to try and assist with the healing of the infection. It's not
big is the
injured
wound?
in a way that would need healing. It's injured in a way that would require something more effectively to help with.
It's an over the top type thing.
Yeah, it's a disease.
Okay. For the moment, I'll see if I can assist with putting the ointment on. Because the only way that I can think of removing the disease is with lay on hands. But she did just say PRP.
He stepped away.
You can at least help calm the creature.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will say make an animal handling check. You're trying to effectively get it used to you as you're kind of moving near it. You're new, you're strange, you're weird.
Do I get advantage since I worked on a farm?
No.
Damn.
Nice try. Nice try.
I got the wig.
Nice.
Sorry.
You're fine.
The dog was going off, so I had to calm him.
Fair enough.
Fair. Okay. With a little bit of your working with the animals back home, you are able to. You get the sense that this is a different beast entirely. Like, this creature doesn't. It has the strength and it doesn't have the strength to do what creatures like what you had at home could do.
If it were at full health, it would have the strength, but it is currently sickly, so it doesn't. Is that what you're trying to...
No, it's a creature that's, again, buoyant.
Oh, okay, so it's something different than what I'm used to, because I don't deal with...
You don't deal
floating
with...
bees.
Yeah, floating beefalo. Fossurious, yes. Also, Zark, I did say that the creature doesn't need hit points. It needs help with the disease that it currently is being afflicted with from the infection.
I think Lesser Resto can do that.
I don't have anything to help.
No, but you do have a ghetto version of Lesser Restoration.
You're not wrong.
5 points of lay on hands counts as Lesser Restoration.
Or a type of.
Well, type. That's why I said a ghetto version.
It doesn't do all the other stuff, but it can. With 5 points, you can heal a
Cure
disease.
a disease or neutralize poison affecting creature.
Yep.
So, Aurelius just, I guess, slowly and very carefully approaches, and he's letting his hand out in front of them so that you know that they are aware that he's there and he's not
hostile.
Yeah.
I'll say that with Serenity's animal handling of just kind of making noises and getting it to be calmly aware of her presence, that when it realizes there's more people, it doesn't immediately freak out and just seems to kind of be like just kind of huffing and like flopping to the side. It's acting, you know, like when you get sick and you're just exhausted, just worn out, everything hurts. That's how this creature seems to be acting.
Very quietly shushing it.
So you see Aurelius kneel before it, and he's sort of mumbling to himself. You can tell he's talking to the creature, but he's just kind of mumbling, like, "Hey, buddy, it's okay, fine." And he's gently, like, almost giving it a pat, as an I guess, would it be a visual thing? It'd be cooler if it wasn't, but like,
it'd be cool if it was. It's only slightly a visual thing. It's like a mild glow from the palm, and like one that could just be your palm, effectively. It's not like a bright light or anything like that. It's just a very faint, kind of a grayish tone that just kind of pulses around your hand. but you can kind of push that into the fur a bit, and it's hidden away well enough as you kind of.
Yeah. So he's just gently patting this creature, and it seems with each stroke, its wounds start to close, and the infection seems to heal itself and like just disappear slowly.
Okay.
Harry lets out this very quiet fucking sigh of relief. Oh, thank goodness.
Weird
And once
question.
he's done it, he's just going to give it a little scratch under the chin, because most animals like that.
Feeling better, big guy?
Once he's
It's still tired, but you can see the beastkin just kind of like moving her hands over where she had been applying the ointment, just like kind of leans in. Let's see if she notes. Well, that's not what I was expecting. But that's good. You're looking like you'll make a full recovery, and she just kind of sits back and puts the ointment away, gets up, kind of brushes her hands off and such. Kind of looks to you all, and she's not like really tall. She's at most 3.5 feet at the ears, and the ears kind of perk up over her head a little bit.
We are a bit of an odd group.
I'll
But
say
at least it's helpful.
helpful is definitely appreciated around these times, especially with the festivals and whatnot, having enough of troublemakers as it is. Oh, hi! I am so sorry. I was so focused on trying to help this little one out. Hello, welcome to my little side of the town. I'm Poppy.
No!
What?
Well, one, I was thinking that it was your Mouseful character, but second of all, I just watched an entire like series of Poppy playtime theories, so
That's your own fault. Also, Parasite Messenger thing.
Oh. We.
Oh. Ooh, woo.
Ew, ew.
Yes! Also, that's the best I
I
got.
swear to God.
I don't know why you did that, but okay.
Why not?
This is what you were.
Alright.
Zark went for the like deepest, most baritone ooh. I'm like, alright, well I gotta hit the opposite. Let's do it.
You did not.
Well, you know, it's a
Kendall
pride
sounds
thing.
so
tried.
offended.
You tried.
Kendall
You
sounds
tried.
so offended.
Wait, you mean I didn't hit the cutest one, or I just?
You didn't hit a high. You were very cute. You did hit a high pitched one.
Can't hit high pitched right now. My throat's sore. Also, the last time I hit high pitched, I broke Dawn's ears. So.
Yeah, please don't.
Hurt yourself, please.
Please don't hurt the
Also-
DM either.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it won't hurt me. It'll hurt everyone else. I'm the Black Canary of notes.
Please, no.
But big fluff.
Yeah.
They're so fluffy, and the Flossurus, after a moment, kind of like pushes itself up a little bit towards Aurelius, and like kind of does a and licks your face, or at least your helmet.
At that, Elizabeth cannot help but grin ear to ear.
Oh, you made a friend. And then it keeps licking your helmet.
I mean, Aurelius doesn't even seem phased by it. He just puts his gauntlet back on, and he just slowly stands up, and he's like, "Well, I guess my work here is done."
Kind of like lays
Oh,
back
yeah,
down when you
certainly.
stand up.
You could certainly stay for a little bit, I'm sure. I mean, we need to
If you wanted
investigate.
to.
The damage was done by a sword, or at least a tool of warfare. There was no way it was done by a creature.
You think so? I definitely didn't think it was something like anything out there. I mean, I considered it might be something like a Bulette, but we haven't seen one of those in a couple months.
Whatever it was, it definitely didn't. Looking at the wound, it's consistent with. And he doesn't bring out his sword, but he's kind of imitating a sword.
Slash. Yeah.
Like the sword
movement.
swing.
Yeah. Cutting across the length like this.
Huh.
Where did you find this one?
It was near to the village. Whenever they get injured at a certain point, they kind of wander their way back towards here because they know I make pit stops in here, and if I'm not here, then they can always go and look for Revica.
Revica being...
Or the town's cleric. You
we-
enjoyed
that-
her.
Okay, that's not the one we met. The one we met was Alice, right?
Correct.
The ranger.
I'll spell Revica.
So
by the way.
Ranger was true.
The moment... Okay, first of all, does Aurelius know?
About...
Before Revica. Like, does
not
the name
does
ring
not ring a bell. No.
Okay.
This is a small town
So-
in the middle of quote-unquote nowhere.
It was just more like a...
No, I get you.
Yeah. But the second they mentioned cleric,
Mm-hmm.
Aurelius kind of isolates himself from the conversation for a bit as he turns, and he's acting as if he's deep in thought, but in reality, he's the word, even mentioning that there's a cleric in town puts him a bit on edge.
I believe this is called disassociating.
Yeah.
She... Serenity looks up at Aurelius. Well, I'm sure we would be able to get some decent information from her, perhaps. I mean, I'm sure she's at least seen... She kind of, like, gestures towards... Fuck, I remember floor of the name, and that's it.
Flosurus.
Low sewer... Okay, so, like... Flora and Storis. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. My brain's fried.
Flosurus.
Dark, stop spreading it! I have little brain as is. Okay. Well, has she already seen the Flossaurus and just hasn't been able to take care of it? I'm curious if maybe she's seen the wound and might have an idea of what could have possibly done it.
Poppy lightly puffs out her cheeks a bit and kind of like looks like she's holding back a snicker. I mean, maybe, but if she's getting ready for the festivities and whatnot, she might be a little distracted.
Oh, she kind of looks at Poppy and kind of leans her head on her hand. Oh, and what's so funny?
Oh, you gotta see it. And she walks out the door.
I guess I can
feel like we're
relinquish.
so missing something here.
I really do, but now I'm curious. She will very lightly pat the Flossaurus's head, get up, and follow after Poppy.
Makes like a little like kind of noise.
I
just
will
like,
be back.
and lays back down.
If we use Serenity, we know where to find her now.
Yeah, for real.
Animal.
Either if you can't find me at the Flossaurus, assume I have been kidnapped.
Sounds fair.
You.
If I'm not with
There
Artemis
is-
or the animals, something horrible has happened.
Finds Flossaurus.
There is someone capable of kidnapping you?
Maybe.
If they poison me, yes.
Maybe.
Successfully poison me, excuse me.
It's possible.
Can say.
I've heard of a barbarian who rolled an 8 before.
I've heard a barbarian with an intelligence of 8.
Good guy, nice with
I
kids.
don't know why. He sounded so sad when he said that.
So, I will pause your group as you guys are being led to another place so we can hop over to Artemis. Give her some time. As you head to the library bookstore of the Tricksters Collective. You open the door and it's got the little ding 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 of a little bell as you fuck off. Not you, you're fine. Just for some
As you fuck off right to the library.
no, the
I mean-
Forever.
my stupid you know what? Fuck you. Go offline.
We know you're talking to something inanimate, but it's just funny to just randomly hear, you know what, fuck off.
my Steam is being like, someone's playing a game, and it apparently sent it twice, so it was starting to peek into what could be seen on the recording.
You got games on your phone.
And I'm not having that. I don't need it. That's not part of this story. Stop it.
Do not
Get
need
s-
it, I do not.
Oh, hi, Mark. So you enter, a little bell rings, and you hear a faint. And then you hear a little. You see from the second story, a goblin kind of poke their head, like, "Oh, hi, hello, welcome to the, hi, I'll be right there. Hold on." They run down the stairs and approach you. They're a very well dressed goblin, like wearing like a nice white buttoned up shirt, or not buttoned up. One of those what do they call the like the ones at Ren fairs where it's like only tied
the
up.
tunic with the like strings
Yeah.
near the
That.
top.
Yeah. He's wearing like just a white one of those. It's very just kind of not like loose, but it fits around the chest and it's loose around the arms. Gives him a very regal kind of look for what he's doing with a nice solid looking belt. As they approach you, look up, he's like, "Go ahead, give you a remarkably wonderful looking smile," and they're like, "How can I be of assistance?"
Oh, I just wanted to look around. It's been a while since I've been to a library.
Of course. If you have any specific sort of stuff that you're looking for, I'd be happy to help. Also, what's your passive perception?
Hold on a minute. 17.
Oh yeah, no. As you were walking towards the library, like across the street from it, you had seen that there was a blacksmith, and there was what appeared to be like a pile of failed or worn out pieces of work that were effectively like in a pile, like a discard pile, if you will.
Okay, she's gonna look around at the books just for a minute, but she's gonna occasionally just glance back at the pile, and then she's gonna nod to the people in the store, and then go over across the street to check out the pile of junk.
Okay. So
I can tell Kindle still has hiccups.
I
I said I love how I can tell Kindle still has hiccups because I can hear her straining to like not.
don't
do it
have
while-
hiccups.
Okay.
We'll actually skip to the next song.
I haven't had hiccups all day. Don't curse me like this. I'm drinking water. It can happen. Don't do this to me.
I lay a curse upon
you,
thee.
you head across the street to the blacksmith, and it's just a pile of stuff. You don't see anyone like really around or really paying attention or anything like that.
Okay. Can I go through the pile of discarded scraps?
Sure.
No.
They appear to be different pieces meant to be made with, or not with, for the purpose of making farming tools effectively.
Is there anything that would be compatible with my arm?
I'd say with your know-how, nothing would be immediately compatible, but you could make them effectively. It would just need a little bit of work.
Mm-hmm. All right. How much stuff can I shove into my bag?
Are you trying to be quick about it?
Is there anyone watching?
With your passive perception, not at the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to be quick.
Okay.
So watching a squirrel shove walnuts in its mouth.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh. I'd say you're able to get about
I'm like when
8 pieces.
Cool.
And then you can't
how
stand
long
it.
do you make that noise? You got something evil in there.
Don't worry
He
about
only
it.
makes that ooh noise when it's something interesting to him, and to him, it's...
Don't worry about it.
And she's going to zip back up her bag and go back over to the bookstore and just wander back up and just like, I was told you have porn.
You see them kind of pause for a second, and it's just like, up the stairs to the right. If you see the curtain, you've gone too far. It's in the door on your left.
Thank you.
Okay. You head up the stairs and follow. You can see there is a curtain, and as you get towards it, there's right next to it, there is a door.
Cool. She's gonna go through it.
There is a number of different storybooks. There's like a full shelf of them. There's also like a little sitting area with a surprise, like a little like a skylight that looks to be meant to give light any time of the day, just at a desk.
He's just the epitome of I'm too old to care anymore.
More like she's lost any sense of shame.
I can come with age.
Sure, let's say that.
I'm just saying it now. Old people don't give a fuck. You go into a mall or something, and you're trying to get somewhere,
And you see another old man with a trolley. That old man with the trolley's gonna run you over. Doesn't care.
Get out the way, young blood!
So she's just gonna look through the books. Just kind of like, ooh, no. No, that, Oh, I remember that one. She's very well read. She's
Waiting to
read a
hear
lot
I
of...
have- I'm waiting to hear that I haven't heard of that position before comment.
That's not something you would get from the book titles.
No, she's just thumbing through some of them. And looking over some of them. She's not exactly reading any of them extensively. She's just checking them out. Like, she's read
skimming.
some of the ones that are here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she's looking for something that she would find either mildly interesting or something that she would consider engaging. But it's porn, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what you mean. There's some good story porn books. Usually it's fan fiction, but
I mean, it's gotta
Listen,
be fan
we're not
fiction
looking
at
through
some point.
we're not looking through AO3. We're looking through an actual bookstore.
Yeah.
My guy, this is an R34. This is the lusty Argonian maid.
Wah! So sad that wasn't an actual book.
it is in game.
No, I mean out of game.
So yeah, you're able to find a book after a little bit that you're like, yeah, this should work. This should be fine.
Mhm.
Looks like it's got
Describe
some.
it to me. Describe it.
Describe it.
Mm.
I have no
Why'd you put him on that pedestal?
idea.
Hold on.
Look,
Which one?
describe it without just getting your channel shut down.
No, I mean just like
No. I know what you
like
mean.
the cover and the title. Are a man's titties coming out of his shirt? I just need to know for science.
The Fabio
Hold on.
title.
Hold on.
Finals.
The actually, hold on. I can make that looter.
I can make that looter.
Yeah.
You know Artemis is past. She's had quite extensive relationships.
Famous last words.
The book's title kind of halfway catches your attention as you kind of look at it. It's called A Change of Position. And it seems to be showing like there's like a more personalized drawing for the cover, which is not the most common for books of this sort. You know, normally there's no cover art, as it were. But it doesn't, again, there's nothing to imply anything of a implicit nature about it just from the cover, but the cover looks to be of a person. You can't quite tell like gender or anything like that, masculine or feminine, but they seem to be having one person who seems to be like tending to their appearance, and another person who seems to be like almost like dictating something to them, and they have this look of just being like shell shocked of like what is going on.
Oh, I get it. I think I get it.
I don't.
They have a change of position and power.
Yeah, they're going from someone who has nothing to someone who has a lot, and with that comes people who are reaching out to them.
Reverse harem.
It's a book of intrigue and mystery, but also of secreted, relations and the like.
Yay, I got the joke.
You did get the joke. You got it.
I get a cookie.
You get a cookie.
No,
Yay.
it's mine.
I will fight.
Yeah, Artemis is gonna take
Bring
that.
your biggest sword, and we will find a bridge in the rain somewhere.
And then Artemis is gonna take it up to the counter. She's like, "I'll take this one."
Oh, they take it. Oh, this is a good one. This one is 25 gold.
Okay.
You put emojis in the Roll20 chat.
I had my phone.
And no.
You're breaking up.
Oh.
Say again, Artemis.
Hmm?
You were breaking up when you were trying to talk.
I'm breaking up. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was
She gives
clear.
him the
That's
money.
clear. It gives him the money. Okay, takes it, counts it out, and smiles and hands it back. She's like, "Would you like a bookmark with that?"
Yes, please.
Okay. And they will pull out a bookmark. It's interesting because it's kind of got a stencil-y sort of look, and it appears to be like a person who where it has will have like a clip sort of part to it. It appears to be like of a person in a robe or a hood, and they're holding out with like a ring holding on to, or they're holding on to the ring of a lantern, and the lantern is the part that you can kind of pull out and use as the clip for the bookmark. It's like a bullseye hooded lantern looking bookmark.
She's gonna tuck the bookmark into the book and nod. Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you. If you have any other questions or anything else you'd like to find, we're usually open.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind. And she's gonna leave.
Have fun.
Hmm?
And you have a book. And
Remind me to have Serenity come here.
Woo!
Eventually.
Books, let's go.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know why she accepted the bookmarks. She doesn't use them.
Yeah. You could have said no, but you accepted it.
Yeah, she accepted it. She likes having things.
Fair.
You
So
don't
Say. She's just a squirrel. I love her.
She's a hoarder.
She's gonna
a
throw
hoarder.
the bookmark at someone. with like
She dog ears. She dog ears books.
Oh dear God.
So back with the rest of the group, you guys were heading to meet with Rebecca.
Aurelius kind of is not.
He's disassociating effectively. He's following, but he's not here.
I'll very
he-
lightly tap on his armor.
He actually kind of like lets the group get ahead of him as he stops.
Okay.
Aurelius.
You guys going ahead.
Are you sure?
No, yes, he is. She puts her hand on Elizabeth's shoulder. We'll meet you back at the inn, alright?
Okay.
Yeah.
There'll be a moment because Aurelius, not too long ago, offered her some assistance. She doesn't say anything, but she tries to meet Aurelius's gaze, and just kind of goes, "Remember what you offered me? I offer in return," and then follows Serenity.
Yeah. Aurelius is just gonna go off somewhere and just sit down and like
Decompress.
try not to draw any attention to himself.
Yeah, there's a nice
think-
a nice little tree that kind of has a view of the rolling hills. Gives you a bit of the landscape, flowers. It's gorgeous, and it kind of gives you this just moment of just trying to take in all the colors and just kind of losing yourself in that kind of array of vibrant landscape.
Yeah. Is there enough room to just like swing a sword without hurting anyone? I guess.
Where you are, it would probably still be unadvisable, but you could certainly attempt to. It's one of those things where like you're still technically in the city, and that might not be good if you're seen doing that. But
yeah, I wouldn't want to do it within city limits. Yeah, so yeah.
Don't be a
worry.
pussy, start swinging.
he's being intelligent.
You know that intelligence that you don't see because all you see is himbo?
I
Him
know
using
he's
it.
smart. I just have to tease him.
Yeah. Aurelius using his biggest brainus.
Ah, okay.
Biggest chungus.
I could probably just
Chunkiest, bongiest.
Chunkiest.
I'm gonna alter some of the layout of this next time. See how it feels.
I fucking hate my life when Zark makes me do it because it's this high pitched shit.
It's awesome. It's wonderful. We love it.
You say it like the bad thing, Paris.
Yeah,
It is a bad thing.
It's
not.
not though.
It's not.
we love it.
You're giggling and it validates my dumb shit.
He's not wrong either.
There you go.
Yeah. So Aurelius is going to.
Yep.
He's either going to just sit there and vibe, and once enough time passes, he's probably going to find somewhere on the outer limits of the city where he knows it's like safe to continue learning the sword. But he's going to. He's actively trying to master his like swordsmanship without any assistance, basically.
Right.
This is how the myth of Bigfoot starts. Somebody just hears Aurelius grunting in the fucking woods but can't see him.
Clank, clank, yeah, clank.
Somehow they are unable to see him. This is why you dump wisdom so you can be the one to spread the stories of the cryptids.
Guys, I saw a giant metal man in the woods.
There's a giant metal man in the woods.
I heard if you're real quiet at night around midnight, you heard clink clink. God damn it! Clink, clink.
Shit.
That would have hurt if I wasn't wearing armor. And they still think it's some crypt.
Yeah, but
Oh,
for the two of you, you're fine. For the two of you,
I will say, like, once her and Elizabeth are alone, Cerny kind of looks over her shoulder and then looks at Elizabeth. I'm thinking that there might be quite a few of us who are. How do I say this? At odds with those who are more religious.
To be fair, I have a feeling I'm the only one who doesn't have issue with that.
I don't have issues with those who worship. I only have issues with certain people who worship.
I mean, fair.
Are you guys coming?
Coming, sorry. Elizabeth takes off
You
into
guys-
a
you
jog
guys
to
started,
catch up
like-
with Poppy.
You guys start like lingering back to kind of whisper among yourself. Poppy's just like, what are you guys doing? You're so weird. But
This is nothing new for them.
not for them, no.
Weirdo outsiders.
Man, these strangers like me sure aren't strange like me. But as you guys get closer, you can hear this like very light-hearted sound. It's the sound of laughter, as well as like a vaguely like not hollow sound, but like the sound of like a muffled sort of sound.
Okay.
And as you turn a corner, you can kind of hear a little bit more of the sound as you hear. And then we were running across the fields as there was a great deal of. I'm facing the right way, right? And you hear the giggling again as you see a person who is like pointing towards the tree, wearing a pot on their head.
Oh my.
And they
Oh no, this guy
Let
again?
me swallow her!
they slowly turn around, and as they turn around, you can see that the pot was made clearly with forethought put into this, because
Oh, is this the... Oh, okay, I think I got the reference.
Yeah, it's let me swallow her.
Oh.
hold on. It's not.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a
But
lady,
still.
first of all. But
No, you know
fully
the
Let me
reference
swallow
I'm talking-
him.
Shut the fuck up. But the pot, as they turn around, there's a part to the pot that clearly was made intentionally for something like this, because despite the fact that it's clearly upside down and on their head, there's eyes that were put into it, and you can see where like the nose and the mustache would be, but with it being upside down, it looks like a pair of angry eyes with a mustache.
Well then.
Meaning that if they took it off and set it down, it would be a person with eyebrows and a mustache. As they turn around again, the kids are eating this up, and as the lady is like trying again, like kind of making like very gratuitously over dramatic motions, and Poppy just kind of goes towards the back of it and just kind of like waits, and eventually the story will wind up. It's like a couple minutes story, and then they take the pot just with this like there's like it kind of like gets to a point where they like hold it and they're like I'm not stuck, right? You hear the kids go, no. All right, if you say so. Pops it off their head, and they just giggle as you see that she is a fire genasi.
And Zark didn't have his character come along.
He didn't know.
It's fine.
Uh,
Sorry, I just like Genasi.
Genasi are awesome.
Yeah.
They've got like a kind of a feathered sort of hair that when they like shake it, it kind of has this like wavy, almost flame-like texture to it. It's really, really fun to look and watch. As the kids like, thank you, Miss Revka, and then she like gives them a little wave as they start running off to go play with other stuff. She's like getting ready to like put the pot down, and kind of leans to the side. She sees Poppy and kind of like half drops it, moves over and leans down, just picks up Poppy and hugs you. Hear her say, put me down, hey, you're out. That must mean that is it healed? Is it good? Are we going to be good for the... You brought friends. When did you have friends? How long have you had friends and not told me? Can you introduce me to them? Poppy just
I think
rolls
I
her
can
eyes.
introduce myself then.
And she motions
I
to you
just
guys.
realized we
Says,
never told Poppy our names.
Poppy introduced herself, and then none of you were able to introduce yourselves. You all got distracted.
Hey, I couldn't get it out. Okay.
That's fair.
I was
but then
ready to
you
too.
then got distracted.
Fair.
But Poppy like motions them like they help. Up there, it kind of looks to you all with this look of, oh God, what are your names? Help.
I'm Serenity.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Revka. Puts Poppy down and goes over and like grips your hands and enthusiastically shakes it, and then goes to the next person, enthusiastically shakes it. She's not
Serenity
particularly
fucking
strong.
enthusiastic.
Yeah, she kind of like
Serenity's
vibrates when you shake her hand. Like
Elizabeth
you're
just
definitely
holds
stronger.
her hands out and lets her shake her hand. Elizabeth doesn't move her hand.
She's not the strongest looking person, but she's got a good handshake. She seems
It's a
to
pleasure to meet you.
And you. Oh my goodness. You're here right for the are you here for the moonlight ceremony?
The goal.
If you have us, yes.
Oh, I'm not that's not my thing. That's Halha's. But she's the den mother. She does whatever she wants. I'm just here to help. I take care of little injuries and stuff like that. Try and give guidance where I can or where Halha's not available. You know, little things.
Very important things.
I mean, in the long run, yeah. But I'm just happy to be out here, just taking care of stuff. And plus, look at this place. Kind of motions to all the flowers. It's beautiful. I love it out here. It's so beautiful. Ah. You see Poppy just slowly covering her face, trying, puffed out cheeks, once again trying so hard not to laugh.
It's at this point I am glad I didn't give Elizabeth allergies.
Probably for the best.
The worst part is you do hear ever so slightly Serenity sniff. It's one of those things where it's like it's like how you have mild cat allergies, but you continue to pet the cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, poor Serenity on the okay.
Yeah. Continues to pet cat. This is fine.
Itchy, watery eyes. This is great. Would this be something that this kind of area be something Elizabeth's kind of used to?
It's a lot more flowery than you're used to. You're like,
Okay.
It's not like it's extraordinary with the amount of flowers. It's just that it's different than what you're used to.
Okay.
You're used to more, like farmlands, very not strict, but very much more understanding of the world and how things are meant to be put in this place, that place, and whatnot. And this is clearly much more just for the beauty of the land. At least in the area you're looking at, you have noticed that there are some places where there are some different types of crops and stuff that are being grown for the, for the village.
It was more to see if Elizabeth would have a feeling, that slight tinge of homesick or not, but that's all.
Okay. It's a faint twinge, but yes, you would be able to have one.
Okay. Then she'll kind of get lost for a moment in her thoughts before realizing she's not by herself and put a smile on her face.
Fair.
I feel like there should... What was that was going on?
Say it?
Is my microphone still acting up?
No. That was me asking you to say that's why I understood it. My brain was just I heard it and then didn't understand.
Elizabeth will turn back to the group going, what was it that we just witnessed, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, what I was doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just telling stories to the kids, making up some stuff because, well, they're kids. They making up some, or rather retelling stories in a way that they can enjoy is always something that, it makes me happy and I enjoy it.
But the pot on your head?
Oh, that's because it makes it a lot more funny when I can hear them laughing and use that to, turn around and look at them. Makes air quotes with look at them. So that they can feel like they're interacting with them like, wait, am I looking the right way? Am I looking the wrong way? And they can be like, as you heard them, they were, able to direct me, even though they kind of look around and pick up the pot, put it back on their head, then they lean forward a little bit and they motion to the eyes. There's tiny little holes, so I can kind of see a little bit, just enough to find my way around.
Oh.
And
Okay.
you hear again, Poppy just kind of she's very creative, but can you tone it back just a little bit? She takes the pot off her head, looks down at Poppy, and says, "Nope."
I love her. She is unapologetically herself, and that is great.
That's the way to do it.
So, obviously the ceremony is not tonight, so you must be here just to relax, enjoy the day before final preparations and stuff. Have they introduced you to anything fun, or have they introduced you to the sausages that they have here? They've got this this potato sauce that they will like kind of baste it in. It's so good. It's so good.
I think the only thing we saw before checking in to the tavern was the library. We kind of just entered town and went to check in.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, can I be heard now?
Yeah, well, you can be heard.
Yeah.
As much as we would adore a nice tool, we actually came to ask you some questions.
Oh! Okay. What do you want to ask?
Go ahead, Serenity.
You saw the Flosaurus before, the injured one, yes?
The injured one.
She nods her head.
Okay.
You saw it?
I did, yeah. I was paying attention, I promise.
Do I even need to incite that, Dawn?
No, she actually is saying that. You can if you don't believe it, but...
She wants to, but it's like you know how you phrase something poorly, so immediately people are like, what?
Yeah.
I'll believe her this time. From what's in my group, and I can tell it was done by a sword. Is there a chance you might know who might want to cause such harm to a creature? Or at least such an important creature to this town.
She kind of looks befuddled for a moment, kind of thinks about it. Sword.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I carry around an axe. I don't carry around a sword.
Yes, but I don't think
Poppy carries around a staff. You call it a staff. It looks like a club. It's a staff. It looks like a club. It's a staff. And she just like holds up her hand with this like, whatever. And it's like, I know the blacksmith makes the farming equipment. Some of it could hurt one like that, but it looked like it already healed, so it wouldn't have been near any of that. It's possible that there could be war bandits out there, but I would hope that they're not. War bandits, you're probably from over the walk, right? You kind of dress like that. No offense.
I'm taken.
Yeah, no problem. No, you're right.
With us being slightly more, closer towards the southern border, sometimes we'll have people who had fought in the wars and such, or taught their children about the wars, and they can be a little bit battle crazy, and so they'll look for fights, or they'll try and start fights. It's usually nothing but, poking and prodding that's eventually sent with them back to the village that they came from, wherever that may be. But I haven't heard of them actually injuring cattle or livestock before. That doesn't sound like them.
Is there any other potential suspects you might think of? Or simply those?
There's Ripe, and you hear Poppy just have a soft hiss at the name. Don't.
That's a very bad name.
Oh, don't be. Just kind of like tries to kind of like wave Poppy down a bit. Ripe isn't that bad. They're just okay. I don't like him either, but doesn't mean we have to be rude about it. You see Poppy just kind of slowly cross their arms and look very hostile all of a sudden.
Well, considering how gentle I just saw her be with the Flosaurus, I can only imagine that this person isn't likable.
They're a notorious flirt. And unfortunately, a lot of the young ladies think that they're quite dashing.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
Understood.
He's
What's the name again?
exotic. Ripe.
Alcibiades.
Like the word ripe.
R-I-P-E.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Just
so...
take off the E and that's where you go.
Perhaps we could approach him for some information.
I mean, he's not in town yet. He'll be in town tomorrow, almost certainly. He likes an audience. Then again, that's kind of what the Fae do.
He's Fae.
Her ears immediately perk up. Fae?
Satyr.
Ah!
Oh.
Do I know what a satyr is?
Roll a history check.
Wait, didn't she see one back at the other town?
Oh, no, you did. Yeah,
Duh.
sorry, yeah. You totally have met
You got
one.
very
Yes.
confused.
Yes.
You got very, very
She
confused.
asked why was she half goat?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she just-
Satyr.
But Satyr with the overly flirtatious nature.
Oh. Well, I mean, she looks at Elizabeth with this, like, off smile. Ship it between the two of us so we can get some information from him. Without
I'd
the
love
need
to
for
see-
violence.
I'll come prepared just in case.
I'll do most of the talking. How about that?
Oh, I'm willing to try talking.
Are you willing to try talking without attempting to threaten him?
I make no promises.
Here's why I said I will do most of the talk.
Hey, you don't know if he's into that or not.
You know what? That's fucking fair. Let's try this
How about
gentle
this?
approach first.
How about this? I will not have my hand on the sword when I talk to him.
I've seen what you can do with your bare hands. That is not... If that was meant to
I
come
am-
from me, you failed.
I am not putting my hands behind my back talking to him.
I like her.
And
She's
I also
spunky.
have feet. So, it's like, and I have feet that we know work too. So,
You hear Poppy just whisper back, "Don't encourage her."
I will talk to him with you as backup.
okay. I mean, are you sure? I've been told I can talk really well.
Well, I mean, if
You
he's
can
so
kick
into
real well
women-
too.
Wait,
Sorry.
I can kick really well too.
And his boots were made for walking.
That's just
Well,
How
not
about this?
rude.
if
You
he's
talk
so
first, and if you don't get any information out of him, I give it a try.
there. If he's so into women, then perhaps I could bat my little blonde eyelashes and it might work out somewhat well.
Fair.
If
Why do I get the feeling Artemis is going to be the first one to run into this man while y'all are looking for him?
Well, he's not supposed to come into town until tomorrow,
Until
so if you do,
tomorrow.
then holy shit.
Impressively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the meantime, if you're looking into other things, I'm not going to stop you. Obviously, I can't. You're free people to do with as you will. It kind of like makes like a spirit fingers like schwa motion.
I'm gonna look up schwa right now.
Throwing your hands in the air and just be like, ta-da,
Chest
whatever.
hands.
Just hands, effectively, yeah. And then puts her hands on her hips. So, if you're not wanting to come get some basted sausages with me,
I would very much like to do that now that I have all the information I need.
well then,
I'm not hungry.
fair
Oh, come
enough.
on, Elizabeth. You can treat yourself a little bit. Even if it's just a snack.
Okay.
Thank you. She does like a one-armed hug to Elizabeth.
I know a place that sells the best, the best. And just kind of starts like skipping away as Poppy looks to you and it's just like, I am so sorry. She's a lot.
She's so energetic. It reminds me of my mother. It's quite nice, actually.
I'm glad that it's refreshing to you. To some people, it's like someone pulls the rug out from under their feet and sends them tumbling down a flight of stairs.
That's where I know that feeling from. Okay, thank you. And Elizabeth will start following after.
I'm glad at least one of you understood that. And Poppy will walk alongside of him, you guys. As you're heading back to the inn to get some tomato basted sausages.
If we're going to the end, I'm going to see if I can find Artemis as well.
Artemis is headed back that way, so y'all are probably
you'll-
going to run into her. Either that or she's already there.
She's already at the inn.
Yeah, she's put her stuff away. She's kind of puzzling over the cipher again.
Yep,
And
effectively
just
writing down
continuing to
more.
decode.
Yep. You're writing down more of what is written to try and find the spacing of words and such.
Yep.
To distract herself so she doesn't have to go eat, Elizabeth will back away from the group and go over and sit next to Artemis.
Serenity was
And then
Serenity was beelining to Artemis anyway.
Yep.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Elizabeth will sit down next to Artemis, and knowing that Serenity will sit down, and she will very quietly just go, I got it open.
Artemis will glance over to her. Oh, was there anything in it?
Lots of runes I don't understand.
Would you like me to look at it?
You'll see Elizabeth take her scarf off and show that she is now wearing said locket.
You're wearing it? You're wearing it after realizing there are runes inside of it?
Elizabeth
don't
will hold
know.
up a finger and say, that's not the best part. Lean in
That's-
so it's just the three of them, and open the latch, or open the locket to show the eye.
Serenity.
Can I do an Arcana check?
You can. Serenity, you hear white noise.
Like painful white noise or like, oh.
Startling.
Damn it.
It's
Can I roll
so
something to see
intricate.
what the fuck? Religion maybe? I don't know.
I'll say no. There's not really anything you would really be able to... there's just white noise.
It's very...
It doesn't last for long, but it's like long enough to be like, what? Hello?
This is the weirdest fucking noise y'all have heard out of her in, like, base form, but she doesn't actually, like, make this weird snarl noise. Before she just huffs and shakes her head.
Hearing that, Elizabeth will lean back, close the locket, and go to put her scarf back on.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't a clue what it is, but I have a feeling I should very much keep this on me.
When she closed it, the white noise cut off. I will say, Kendall, roll me a nature check as well.
That'll be a 13.
Wow.
You couldn't see much of it in the short bit that you glanced at it, but there is something that you can vaguely see that you do note. There's a bit of wear around some parts of it, especially with the carving and whatnot. The runes that have been carved into it reveal that this locket, which has like a kind of that brassy gold kind of appearance, is made of likely a denser material. You'd need to look at it again with a bit more time to look it over, but there is a particular metal I'll say comes to mind. I will DM it to you.
I'm fucking asking Evictus if this is the issue.
He doesn't say anything.
Oh. Okay.
Quick, think of a Marvel metal name, and that's what it is.
Oh no, I know what it is. Don't worry.
Cormundionium.
Carmandananananium.
Artemis is going to just kind of point at our scarf and just look at her very seriously. Like there's something grim in her eyes. You should keep that closed.
But shouldn't we try to figure out what the runes mean?
We can. But there's a reason that is in there.
I don't know what it is. This is not what I thought it was when I took it.
I don't think you knew what it was at all when you took it.
To be fair, I don't think my dad knew what it was when he was telling me about it.
Artemis is just going to gently push down the edge of her scarf to point at the locket properly and just kind of whisper, "That's lead. Do you know what's kept inside of lead?"
Would Elizabeth know?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Moss?
I just said, I'm asking the DM, would Elizabeth know?
It's not something you would particularly be aware of.
Then a very confused look crosses her face.
It's made for protection. Either to keep something in or keep something out. That is to keep in. Keep it closed.
Is that... To Artemis, is it a bad thing that I'm wearing this?
As long as it remains closed, I don't see any harm that can come from it. But I would have to look at it further to give you any more definitive answers.
You're kind of busy at the moment, so I'll just keep it here.
If that's the excuse you want to go with, for me not to look at it, then that's okay.
I tried...
You don't want me touching it, do you?
I tried to let go of it before, and it felt weird.
It felt weird.
I heard this... I didn't understand what I heard, but I heard something when I put it down.
What did you hear?
No, I only speak Elvish. So I don't know.
Replicate it to your best of your ability.
Make an intelligence check if you want to try and do that.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
Because Elizabeth might just make a really weird noise. Intelligence check. Oh, this is gonna be so bad for Elizabeth.
So good.
This is her lowest stat. Nope, it's just a 10.
It's a jumble of sounds. Doesn't sound like it means anything to you.
There's nothing I would recognize about it.
Not with my interpretation.
Not
It's like saying it's something.
Hmm.
I mean, I could try handing it over to you and see if it
Okay.
happens again.
Artemis will hold her hand out.
Elizabeth will take her scarf off again, unhook the locket, and hesitantly hand it over to Artemis.
Make your intelligence save.
For who?
When she lets go of it.
Hmm.
We have another 10.
You let go of it, and like there's like a visible like static shock between you and the locket as you let go of it. Like the rest of you can see the static shock.
Elizabeth
And
is just shaking her hand, going, "Fuck!"
And you hear the whispers, and they're calm, and there's like a bit more to the words and whatnot. Not the tone's flat. It's definitely someone speaking.
Well, good news. I was able to hand you the locket. Also, I heard the voice again. I still
What
don't
did it
understand what it
say?
said. Still don't know.
Hmm. Now that it's in Artemis's hand, she's looking a little closer at it.
Just the outside of it, or are you opening it up?
She's gonna open it. She wants a better look at the runes.
One second here. Let me type a thing out real quick. They're extensive. They're minute details and detailings that imply that this level of runic creation would have had to have been something that covered walls before being put into the locket. And then you look at the eye, and it is not like a living eye. You can tell by looking at it that it looks to be a glass eye. But the iris and the pupil also have, again, tiny. You cannot make out even a small part of the what and who's of the detailing and wording and phraseology. Whatever is on this is intended to be done by not one person, probably by a group of people that would need to be doing whatever was needed to get something like this done.
Yeah, Artemis is gonna look it over very carefully and then hand it back to So I'm sorry.
Make an intelligence save when
It'll-
you let go of it.
Yeah, she's gonna hand it back to Elizabeth. 23.
There's a light, just a faint little zzz of like static shock between your finger and it as it leaves, and you hear a word in your head. I will type to you what language it's in.
German.
Jawohl. I think you know this one. Do you? I don't think you know this language. Nope. You hear it, and you don't know what it is. It's certainly a language. I'll say that make an intelligence check to see if you can remember what the word is.
I do have an idea. Hold on a sec. Let me check something first.
Right. That could work.
Can I cast comprehend languages?
Yes.
All right. So what's the word again?
You, I imagine you do this before you hand it off then? Or do you do that just so you can try and think the word and hear the literal translation?
Yeah, she's gonna do it before she hands it back.
Okay. It's a little spark. And it's this kind of this gravelly, rumbling voice. Greetings. That's what you hear.
Artemis is gonna blink a couple of times before just like letting it drop into Elizabeth's hand, and then reaching into her bag and pulling out the sending stone that Gadai gave her, and also handing that to her. Call him.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth will put the locket back on and cover it up quickly before
Go
taking
upstairs.
the sending stone.
Yep.
What do,
Privately
what do you want me to
call
ask him?
As you're having this conversation, you see Rivika kind of come over like, "Hey guys, I got the food. I here's one for you." Starts kind of passing it around.
I will eat in a sec. She'll look at Artemis going, "What do I say?"
Tell him there's an eye inside of the locket. He'll probably figure it out from there.
Oh, okay. And Elizabeth will just stand up, give an apologetic smile, and run up to her room.
She feeling okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She'll be back in a minute. Is that food?
Food.
Ooh. Artemis will eagerly reach for one of the sausages. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Artemis.
Hi. Rivika. Pleasure. Like sits down, like has like a knife and fork and like does like the delicate like slips of cutting it because it's still in some of the sauce, and just like picks it up and just like swirls it around in and just so good. One of the funnest. Yeah. While you go, so you go upstairs to message Gadai.
Yep.
What do you send?
Her hand is kind of shaking once because Artemis was rather serious, and that's freaking Elizabeth out a bit, and her hand's still tingling a bit from the shock. And she'll go, "Gadai, it's me again. We need to talk. Are you available?"
I have nothing but time. How can I be of assistance?
I got the locket open, and why is there an eye?
I beg your pardon? Did you say something about an eye?
There's an eye inside this locket.
Why? Why is there an eye in there?
What was that?
Why did they put an eye in? What?
What in the world is this thing supposed to be, Godai?
It's supposed to be a container for you to hide components that you don't want tracked.
Godai, it spoke to me when I put it down.
I beg your pardon? What do you mean it spoke to you?
It shocked my hand and it spoke to me.
You cannot see, but from the voice you can almost hear the skittering, like, what? No. I mean, it could be used for that, but what? I do not know what this is about. This is the first I've heard of it.
What else did you make for the D'Artez family?
What else did I make?
Please.
I'm thinking. It's not me being silent to ignore you. I'm thinking. I have a list somewhere. I'll get back to you.
Please do, because I am so confused. My hand hurts. Artemis is mad. I'm wearing it now. Thank you. Goodbye.
You're welcome. I have no idea what's going on with that. This is the first I've heard of it. But I'm so sorry. That was right in your ear, I'm sure. I sent that right. You know what? I'm going to look for that list.
Thank you.
The fact that you think Artemis is mad.
Oh, it's okay. Elizabeth is just on edge right now.
Please be careful.
Just wait till you actually see her mad.
Oh, I know. I won't let it out of my sight. I promise.
Oh, yeah, that too. Definitely that too. That's like, that should be like the first thing you do. Not do.
Just let me know, okay? And before she goes downstairs, she's going to touch the lanyard again.
Mm-hmm.
And just go, update. It's not gold, it's lead. And then head downstairs.
No response. You get the feeling of like there was an acknowledgement. Welcome back. There was an acknowledgement that you had sent it, but no response or no knowing of how to respond to that.
Okay, Elizabeth will head back down to the table, hand the sending stone back to Artemis as she's sitting down going, well, according to him, this isn't what it was supposed to be for.
Are you surprised it's from a shady family? Thank you. She'll put the sending stone back into her bag and look back to Ravnica, because they've probably been talking while they went upstairs.
Wait, Ravnica.
Ravnica.
Rivika.
Rivika.
How does Artemis know it's from a shady family?
It's you.
Ow!
Oh, okay. We're gonna play like that. Okay. This is just going to eat.
No, please, no cat fight. Not while I have a headache.
Cat fight, cat fight, cat fight? Wait, there's no cats here.
I mean-
How can we have a cat fight?
Artemis is gonna just look at Elizabeth. I've worked for plenty of shady families too.
Oh, I didn't work for this family.
Oh, that's surprising.
Ernie genuinely looks in pain.
Rebecca's just
This
eating
fa-
the food, just looking between you guys with like this look of just, I don't know what's going on, but I'm invested immediately.
No. I don't mean like in pain at the conversation. You know what I mean in pain. Like, since you opened that amulet, she's looked in pain.
Mm-hmm. Elizabeth will kind of look up at Artemis, going, "It wasn't. Let's just rival.
You don't need to
family
explain
my
yourself.
No, rival family to my family.
You're also not going to win
Oh.
a fight against Artemis.
I'm
Oh,
not
she
trying-
will. I'm sorry.
Huh? You said
What was
something,
that?
Zark?
What time of day is it by now? Just out of curiosity.
It's evening. It's dusk.
Okay.
Sundown.
All right. If the sun's setting, then Aurelius will be on his way back.
Okay, easy enough.
Any.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a chance. You have something for headaches. Is there? I'm looking at it up.
Ravika?
Artemis
Thank
is
you.
going to reach
Rebecca.
over and gently
Ravika.
Yeah,
Ravika.
Artemis. Can I talk, please?
Yeah, let her finish.
Artemis is just going to gently reach over to Serenity and just like put her hand to her forehead and cast Cure Wounds. See if that helps.
There's a light dullness that occurs. It doesn't help fully, but it's a vague assistance, at least for the moment.
Thank you, Lam.
And then she'll look back at the hyper person that they have temporarily allowed at the table and she'll like, I'm sorry, we haven't really been speaking much.
You've been speaking a lot. I've just been here.
Oh, okay. How do you do? And she just continues just to eat.
I honestly do pretty well.
Good.
Yourself?
Oh, I have nothing to complain about. I got a rather interesting book from the store the other day.
Oh, what book?
Today. It is called A Change in Position.
Serenity, unlike me, is unable to hold her laughter.
Rebecca kind of glances at you, looks back, squints. You know if it's any good?
Well, it looks very interesting, but I haven't really gotten into it yet.
Fair enough. Let me know if it's good.
You have something to say, Serenity?
Whoa.
I heard Puppy. Tell Puppy I love them.
Give pet. Deserve petting. I'm not gonna lie, I had like a solid 15-minute nap while you guys were doing it. Second wave. Doge.
Second wave of panic attack Doge.
Panic Doge. That's sad.
So, Ravika, what do you do around here?
Oh, I help with odds and ends and such. I guess you could call me the designated cleric, but I'm here to help people, and that's just kind of become my job, as it were.
Oh,
Just here to help.
well, that's kind of you.
Thank you. I used to be a bit more flighty and moving about and such and whatnot, but my My superiors told me to stay in one place for long enough that they could actually know where I was.
And did
so
you?
I'm here. And while
Are you going to continue?
Maybe.
That sounds like no fun.
I know, right? But there are good people here. I've helped with the kids and keeping them, entertained and whatnot when the parents need a break, as it were.
Oh, you're a babysitter?
It kind of makes a wishy-washy motion, and then she kind of lifts the pot. She's just been carting this pot around, by the way. She just has it. Just holds it up and shows it to you. I'm just like, the kids find this entertaining.
Yeah, and there's an uncharacteristically warm smile that Artemis gives her, and she keeps talking, and especially when she holds up the pot. She lets out a little laugh at that. Oh, I bet they do.
The best part, and she flips it over, and you can see that the face that was on it, the mustache face, flip it over, becomes angry eyebrows. And she's just like, I'm honestly rather proud of this. I need to make another one of these at some point.
You definitely should be.
Thank you. And you hear again from Poppy, just don't encourage her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Revika, you remind me so much of my brother. I'm definitely going to continue to encourage you.
I think it's quite nice that she does things so nice to the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy, face in hands. Revika, yes.
Clank, clank.
He has arrived. You entered and you can smell that there's a couple of different dishes. The one that they have is a tomato basted sausages. There's also like a cheese pull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Food is food. It is edible.
Food is food. Zark is dead.
Understandable.
Yeah. Aurelia's just kind of quietly, as you can.
Artemis gestures for Aurelius to come over when she sees him. We have food. There's sausages.
Renee just like fucking slurps one as she says that.
What were you saying, Aurelia?
Just
hold on. What were you saying?
No. Continue about how you slurp this fucking sausage, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Inhale.
Inhale.
No chewing. Only slurp.
Aurelia's just like sees it, and you can't see the look of like, huh, on his face, but the way his helmet like tilts, you can feel that kind of expression on his face.
He looks at him with this completely like this face that just reads what?
He goes to like he does the thing. You know how in anime, the guy will like they'll lift up their finger to say something, and then just go, and the finger, and the like sort of mimics themselves, and they just hunch over.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Essentially.
Yeah. He just like I'm not even gonna question it, and he just slowly approaches.
You learn to inhale food when you are raised by military. Well, trained.
Aurelius just looks at her, looks at himself, looks at her again.
You can't sit here and tell me that you have not scoffed down food.
Not like that. That's something else.
It's a sausage. It's not that much room.
Look, man, if you go, and then he goes into another like 10-minute rant.
It's a sausage. It's not that hard.
I'm not even gonna try to explain.
It's like me inhaling a middle finger. It's not all. Oh, oh! Oh, I see.
You've
Yes.
developed quite a few skills, haven't you, Serenity?
Not for men.
Hmm.
That's canon, Aurelius. The one time he doesn't whoosh. When it's blunt as shit.
Oh, you were thinking fully I don't think I've ever seen you have a dirty thought. I marked this down on the record books.
Aurelius just like he's
Aurelius, would you
smiling.
like a drink?
He sits down and he just rests his head on the table and he goes, I need to stop overworking myself.
She just pats his back. It's okay. We've all had at least one dirty thought a day.
That's not what I mean. You fuck off.
She is full on grinning now. I can't fuck off. It'd be rude to do so in this environment.
What?
He just smiles.
Aurelius.
Aurelius, think about it
Clockwork.
literally.
Fuck off. Well, wouldn't that be a competition?
Probably.
What?
He's got
Yeah,
a point.
a fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, the implication of casual sex means that there's competitive sex, right? So a fuck off must be competitive sex.
I wonder if there's a record. Elizabeth's just in the corner of the table, just looking at all of us like, what the fuck?
Your mind goes to such interesting places.
Aurelius just like sighs and it's like, I'm
Okay, don't think too hard about it.
Brain soup.
Artemis is going to
Head on
finish
table.
eating and then
Delicious.
order some ale for Aurelius.
If I ever go off by myself, do not let me sword train for hours on end without stopping.
You are
Well,
so
we
sore.
can't do that unless we follow you.
You have a point. I did not think about that. Clank.
Would you like us to put a child leash on you?
Oh, the harness?
Mhm.
Of all the people, you have the nerve to say that?
You were the one that
fair.
wandered off.
There's also the fact that Artemis rarely wanders off anywhere deadly. You tend to go into the woods.
What's on that bad?
I went to the library.
I went to the library too. That was the first place I went.
Yes,
That's
but
the
that's
only
not
place
why
where
you
I
went to
wandered
school.
off.
But I wandered off to the library. That's not dangerous.
You jumped off of a cart to the library.
Yeah,
moving cart.
that's not that bad. I've jumped off worse.
That's not reassuring.
At all. It's just like pats Aurelius's back.
Aurelius is just so confused.
It's okay. It's okay. Just sip your ale. Give baby his bottle.
Artemis is gonna make eye contact with Revica and just kind of shake her head with a
Oh,
grin.
yeah.
She shrugs.
Aurelius has registered that this new person is here now.
Oh, you know you adore my absolute silly fancy love. She's like fucking leaning against Artemis.
Who are you?
Hi,
Who's the
Sorry,
person we were...
I'm Revica. This is Poppy. You met Poppy.
I met Poppy River. His demeanor suddenly shifts.
Tick, tick,
He's-
tick,
he-
ding.
He seems a lot less casual than he was.
Mm-hmm.
She's quite
'Cause-
nice.
Rivika, all he knows is that they're a cleric.
She's quite nice. She entertains the children of the town by putting a pot on her head and telling stories.
She shows you the pot.
Aurelius is still uncomfortable.
Artemis is gonna lean into Aurelius. She's not an actual cleric.
Insight.
Serenia will lean into his other side. She's
Uh,
also not nearly as righteous as other clerics.
With a passive insight of 15, what would I be able to, like, do they seem like the dodgy as shit, basically?
Oh, that's for the cleric.
Yeah.
Looking at the cleric, they how do I put this? They've shoved half of the sausage in their mouth. They're like chewing on it while it's still on the fork, and slowly notice you. Slowly, just slow their chewing, pull back and swallow the piece they had, and like, this is mine. You can't have it.
How long have you been here?
I've been here, say, 6 months now. It's way too long to be in one spot. I want to be traveling around doing stuff, but I gotta wait a little bit more before my superiors will let me travel again. There might have been an incident where I was helping and things were made better, but they didn't understand.
Who are your superiors?
The higher priests and such.
Higher priests. Which order?
Luos. They will reach in. They will pull out a symbol of a sun.
My brain is just going.
Luos is the goddess of the sun.
Yeah, that's why it's going.
My man, you took a nap in the middle of D&D. Your brain ain't gonna recover for a sec.
Yeah.
Also, can I roll religion to see if I recognize that shit?
Sure.
I definitely recognize that. Like, as a person.
As a person? Are you implying Aurelius is not a person?
No, as in... No, he's not a person. Fuck it. I'm not... I ain't taking
Can
shit
I also
today.
roll?
You may, yes.
Can I also roll religion?
Yes, you may.
26.
Big 7, that migraine's killing me.
It really is. With the 26, Luos is the goddess of the sun, twin to Lucanus, the wolfborn.
Yeah.
He is a much more primal hunting sort of god, whereas she is the one who tends to and makes sure that the sun gets over across the sky, as it were.
Yeah. Aurelius is very, very familiar with Lewis. He even hearing the name, there's multiple emotions that cross his face, or that with a basic understanding of him. It'd go from a sense of nostalgia turn to something a bit painful for him.
Mm-hmm.
Turned into just contempt for what it is, and he's aware that he hasn't stated his name.
Mm-hmm.
But his name is a direct reference to this god. So it is a spot for him that it feels kind of weird hearing that.
He kind of very gently nudges him.
What?
very quietly, she'll mutter, "Do you want me to introduce you for yourself?
I need a moment.
Okay.
Would you like to go outside and spa to vent out some frustration?"
It's fine.
Would it help if someone else said your name?
I think they already have.
I mean,
Quite a
yeah,
bit.
but, you know, in the introductory sort of way. Like, my name is, or his name is.
Aurelius just, like, takes another drink and he just, like, he like, leans it. He's, like, putting his hands underneath his helm and rubbing his face. Just do what you want. I'm not gonna stop you.
Why don't you go take your drink and go rest? You look exhausted.
I can't rest. I have to find what caused harm to the creature.
Right. We can look for that once you are rested.
In
If
the
you go into
time
a-
that we are resting, there is an opportunity to attack again. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Okay.
What
How
you
are
say
you-
if you're exhausted?
Question.
Hmm?
How are you going to stop that? Are you going to sit out in the flowers all night? Just
Yes.
stand there? Because that's not helping anyone. That's just you're standing there. You don't know where they are.
Yeah, but if I can keep an eye out, I'll be able to see changes in the environment if I understand it well enough. And
But you
also-
just got here.
You also won't be useful at spotting anything once you eventually get tired. With no light. And no dark vision.
I've been through worse.
Just because you've been through worse doesn't mean that you should put yourself through something that's bad. That's like saying I got stabbed through the chest, but I can take a stab that tears upward through my torso because I've had worse. No. For once, listen to your friends about your health because you are not watching your own. You're not immortal. You are a...
I am painfully aware of that.
And you should also know of your limits and heed them.
Doesn't matter what happens to me.
I beg to differ. I care what happens to you.
It'd be an
So what's
awful
the-
shame if it'd be an awful shame and quite a bit of work if we had to bury your body.
Once I have someone I can fight with and who shares similar thought processes, as well as someone, she gestures to Artemis, that she can actually speak to about those complex things that you two do and understands it. You won't not be missed.
It's okay. Big picture. Say one man with a sword gets cut down. There'll be another man with a sword to replace him.
I'm not
Okay.
replacing you with another paladin.
Yeah. That said,
I
it
don't
has
like
to be a
other
part of this
paladins.
party.
I'm not interested in anyone else.
Okay.
Please
Yes.
rest.
You are
Small
very
picture.
stubborn.
Very stubborn. I will wrestle you to the bed, and I will win.
You will try.
She will.
Would you really like me to try this?
Aurelius just kind of flicks his eye at her from underneath his helm.
I don't know what that means. In terms of, like...
It's a subconscious trick of intimidation. In real life. Like, actually. I
She
do it all the
arches her
time.
eyebrow and leans forward. I do
You
not scare as easily as simple people.
If you two are gonna flirt, please take it to a different table.
If
flirt?
this was flirting, I'd have carried him off already.
Yes, but I know how you like to flirt with people you fight. Now, if you
Oh,
don't
that is
mind,
true. Very
This
true.
is flirting? What?
it's a form.
Excellent. If we,
Aurelius just like fucking Windows 94 right now.
if we are flirting, then yes, we should take it somewhere private. She like stands up, grabs Aurelius by his shoulder, and starts to drag him upstairs.
Aurelius actively tries to he's going to break free. Athletics. All right.
If he doesn't want to rest, you don't have to make him rest, but it's gonna be his own fault.
It's almost like a slap fight. I'm not going to give you guys any dignity in this. I'm sorry.
You didn't tell me you were into such weak foreplay. She's gonna make it worse!
What are you... Foreplay?
At this point, she is just like in fucking troll mode. She has this weird fucking smile on her that shows she's just fucking with you.
Aurelius is gonna cast Command.
What kind of save is that?
Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Let go.
I believe it's a single word, but I'll allow it.
Alright. Release.
Mm-hmm.
He goes rigid and lets go of him.
Good to go. He looks to
How
the
long
rest
does
of the
this
table.
6 seconds.
Duration 1 round, yeah, 6 seconds. So he's going to take his equipment with him, and he's going to camp out and stay vigilant, watch over the cattle to see if anything happens during the night.
If I catch you out in the flowers, I'm not sure if I'm going to clank on your helmet or if I'm going to throw a blanket over you. I might toss a coin. Just so you know.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I'm gonna wait 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna go after him.
Alright, so what are you guys doing in that 10 minutes?
Artemis is gonna just stay in there because she's not gonna. If he doesn't want to go to bed and he's gonna throw a fit about not going to bed, she's not gonna make him go to bed.
No, this is no more, oh, she's gonna drag him to bed and try and get him to sleep. This is now she's going to try and fucking kick his ass.
Oh, okay. She's not gonna stop that either.
I love Artemis. She's like, you do you, why? Don't sip fucking wine.
Well, you're gonna get what comes to you.
Which one?
Both.
Yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
While you guys are having that, Poppy will kind of lean over towards Elizabeth and be like, "You all right? You're looking a little pale yourself. You been sleeping well?"
Oh. Sleep? Yeah, stuff's going on. Trying to figure it all out. I'll be okay.
Well, need some more food? I can get you a cheese pull. You can eat it with these bits of they call it a flatbread. It's really good.
I usually don't eat this much as it is. But thank you.
All right.
Really, thank you.
He doesn't want to eat. Don't let her eat. Don't let him. Don't force him.
What?
Then why are you trying to force? Then why are you trying to force your friend into doing something he doesn't want to do?
Because there's a stark difference between someone being exhausted and then in a fight being less useful and someone not being hungry.
Okay, but he's choosing that.
Yes,
And
but unfortunately, he is part of our group.
Yes, and there's a festival
Serenity,
tomorrow.
Yeah, to be fair, Serenity, I don't think you saw Elizabeth eat anything today. This is the first thing she's eaten.
All he looks is fucking Elizabeth.
I've
Maybe
been
it's-
eating. You saw me eat. I ate. I'm not gonna eat more.
Lie to me.
I-
I couldn't help but say that.
I'm
sorry.
trying to see how I want to do this.
I didn't tell you to roll
Give
an
me a
insight
sec.
check.
She's trying to incite me.
Yeah, no, I get that, but she rolled it before I told her to do anything. Paris. The fuck?
Donkun.
I'm going to message you, Comp, as to why she doesn't eat much.
No, go ahead.
I didn't know I had to ask before I incited a player character.
Because generally speaking, you go by vibes between player characters. You don't need to roll all the time for stuff like that.
I don't roll all the time. This is the first time I've incited somebody of the group.
This is not the first. You also initiated athletics to grapple before
I
I
said
said
insight.
anything.
I never said this is
No.
the first ability check.
No, I've gotten you to insight Aurelius.
But that was one where I was like, yeah, no, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Because you were like, you effectively put that forward as something. I'm okay. I'm okay with it because hold on 1 second.
I don't know if I need to roll anything or just.
I'll run with it as more of a passive at the moment. You're not intending to be deceitful or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a sense that, and I'm saying this to you, Serenity, there's a lot going on for Elizabeth, and it's effectively crowding her.
It kind of rolls her shoulders.
And not an overexposure, overstimuli.
She kind of rolls her shoulders. She'll stand up and she'll pat Elizabeth's shoulder. How about this? Tomorrow, I'll see if I can find us a bakery, and I'll see if I can find us something that's a little bit more, to our original taste.
I mean, I usually go with the stuff that'll last a little bit longer. I don't know if a bakery would be a good idea.
There's
Yes,
probably
but
going to
there's
be
no
a
harm
jerky
in-
stall. There's going to be a jerky stall, right? Just going to look at Revica.
Generally not during the festival. Afterwards, they might have some.
Aw. Ooh. Always liked jerky.
Jerky's great.
It lasts a long time, too.
Slice of pie, perhaps?
Jerky lasts a while. It's good to keep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're camping.
It was more just a thought of just, a treat. Something sweet. Especially since the festival.
Well, it's certainly something you can eat.
I'm sorry, did you just say I have something that you could certainly eat, or am I fucking...
No, it says it is certainly something you can eat.
Okay, I'm sitting here like, I know I didn't hear that. I know I didn't. I had to make sure my ass was just not hearing right. I'm sorry.
Where is your brain? Where is it?
It's over there.
It's in dirty mode, parent mode, and because I'm feeding into Serenity, the I'm going to kick the crap out of the armored tank mode. She like pats Elizabeth's shoulder. Well, let me know if you want something to eat. I'm going to go take a walk.
Are you going to go and bother Aurelius? You hear Poppy say slowly as she is slowly stirring some of her food.
I'm going to go tell him to never call me a good girl again. So yes.
Okay. That you can absolutely go and do. Obviously. You have a vibe about you. It's not a bad one.
He smiles.
You have a good heart.
She'll wear herself out, don't worry.
Oh, I'm
She
worried she'll
fucking
wear out
walked
someone
out the bar.
else too. And there she
I'll
goes.
be back sooner or later.
I'm looking for clankety clank.
Make a survival check.
Investigation. Oh,
Can I roll
survival.
persuasion and ask if anybody's seen a suit of armor walk around?
I'll allow it.
It's the same either way. I just figured I might as well ask. It'll give me a better idea than just looking.
Ba da 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 da. Clank clank. Clank clank. Ba da 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 da.
He
Clank
also
clank.
didn't say he was going to the fields. Like, he'll stand out like a sore thumb in brightly colored flowers.
Well, I mean, he's not in the fields themselves. He's on the outskirts. Like,
You'll still stand out. You're a big metal man.
I am Iron Man.
Superman. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. Oh no. Okay, yay or nay?
I said yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Now watch me fail this. Yep.
Most people are like, I haven't really noticed anyone in armor like that. Just got out of, we're heading home. Sorry.
Can I attempt to find him on my own then?
That
Or is this
was
gonna be, I'm
why
gonna
I
say no?
said, that was why I said survival.
I wanted to try talking to people first. That's how Serenity usually
No,
is.
you're fine.
That's better. Same modifier, but that's better. By the way, I'm just saying, Evictus can feel her boiling, so I don't know if he's saying shit or what.
What?
I'm talking to Don.
Oh, no.
I remember last time he's like, good, yes, blow her back out so she can become part of the cult.
Yes, but that was for a very specific thing. He knows when to push and when not to push, and right now is quiet.
Walking around to find this motherfucker. This is like a fucking cougar on the prowl.
Eventually, you will find him. He's watching over the fields, just trying to.
Sitting there
Yeah.
with the fucking
Do I
hood up.
see a
over
rock nearby? A small one.
It's mostly dirt. There's like maybe a rock you can kick up in after a moment.
I'll pick it up and throw it at him. At his back. Not his head!
Mm-hmm.
I like the thought that it clanks off his greatsword.
He's aiming to hit armor. I don't know if I have to roll or if he's just gonna let me go.
He's watching for threats outside of the village. And it's not going to damage him. You okay with that,
No,
Aurelius?
she's not trying to.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, he has the Watcher feat. That's like not the other one.
I know.
He
I
can't
know which
be.
one.
Yeah, like, he can't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he's kind of like, he was kind of expecting this shit to happen. This was definitely a possibility. So he just lets it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really move. He's just focused.
Move around him so that she's in front of him. When I see her
Aurelius,
face,
why?
so I can look you in the eye when I apologize.
Apologize for what?
Trying to force you to go to sleep.
That's fine. I didn't. I'm a stubborn piece of shit. This things happen.
Is that a yes or a no?
Aurelius looks down at his hands.
She'll put her hands like under the notch of his helmet, but not pull it off. May I? Or are you going to fight me on this?
Aurelius isn't moving.
She'll pull off the helmet. She's gonna lift his head so he's fully looking at her. I apologize for getting you so upset.
I'm not upset.
And what do you call what was earlier?
Trauma response?
Kind of closes her eyes and tilts her head to the side, kind of like, it makes sense. Are you going to stay out here all night?
I have to.
Why do you have to?
No one else is going to.
Alright. Then I suppose I'll stay out here with you.
You need sleep.
So do you.
I've been struggling as of late.
And so have I. However, I have somebody I could sleep beside. You do not. So, I either stay here with you, and we both don't get sleep, or we both head back to the inn, and we both try and get sleep. I can even stay in your room with you if you need.
Don't need anyone in my room. That is... You can tell he's like recalling a memory.
Repeat that last line, Zark. I heard I don't need, and then I didn't hear the rest of it.
I don't need anyone in the room with me.
Well,
You can
said
tell
weren't
as
getting-
he's saying that he's like recalling some incidents a while ago.
She'll move so she can like bump her head against his. Hey. I'm willing to help
Aurelius
whatever you
kind
need.
of instinctively pulls himself away.
This will snap you out of it. We're all willing to help you, but your help kind of need to let us in. So, I can stay out here with you. If you're truly set on watching over the flock for a threat we don't even know.
That thing was struck by a blade.
And the cleric told us that potentially it might have been bandits, or it could have been someone who we can't question until tomorrow.
We need to find all possible information that we can. But
If we stay out here all night and get no information, but instead get exhausted and can't get information tomorrow, what do we do then?
Then we'd be able to rule out bandits. Process of elimination.
Or the
Standard
bandits,
investigation.
or the bandits could just not be wanting to attack so soon after.
Possibility, but then it just means I have to adjust my sleep schedule.
I'm assuming you plan to do guard duty all throughout the festival.
If I have to.
Then I suppose that I'm doing guard duty with you.
You have people. You have Artemis to
do things with. Go enjoy yourself.
Yes, and I also have you to do things with because you promised me we could do a few games together. But we can't do that if you're exhausted.
I never promised anything.
Well, rather, you said we could do them.
Yes, we could, but I'm not going to do them if, like, no one's going to be able to do them if. He looks out towards the field.
I'm not leaving you out here alone. I'm incredibly stubborn, thanks to my training.
In the back of your head, you hear, sometimes too much so.
Yes, well, we all have to be a little bit stubborn, considering you want me to start a cult.
Yeah, details.
That's said out loud, by the way!
Aurelius looks over. Should I... What would I roll to put 2 and 2 together? Would that be insight or intelligence?
I'd say you wouldn't... I would say... roll a history check.
History?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both want him to roll low and not.
Yeah.
21.
There's a few reasons why someone might talk out loud like that.
It's
one of
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, one of the reasons was something that you can vaguely remember. Was there was a discussion about a few different projects that are being worked on by a few different groups, but one of them mentioned making contact in a way that would allow people to communicate freely. The problem is that the only way that they could attempt to test and begin working on such a thing was they effectively would need to magically tie a person and another creature to each other mentally.
Okay.
You never heard the specifics of it. It wasn't something that you were involved with, but you heard that much.
There's 2 of you in there, isn't there?
2 of myself? No. 2 beings? Yes. I did tell you there was a demon inside of my head. I was not being...
Metaphorical.
Yes. Something my order specialized in.
What do they specialize in? The merging of 2 creatures, or specifically demons?
I said specifically creatures.
Specifically creatures, okay.
Yeah, not a specific type of creatures, just creatures. Because again, you heard that they were testing with creatures as an overarching thing, not as a specific thing.
Did they hurt you?
To fight the abyss, we need help from the hells. Whether it was painful or not was not important to the mission.
hearing that, Aurelius, like, there seems to be a sense of panic to him. And it's... So, like, his eyes widen. He goes, what did you say? He wants to make sure that what he heard is correct.
To fight the abyss, they combined me with the devil, so that I might be strong enough.
Did you have a choice?
I did.
And you allowed it.
I was young. I wanted to do everything in my power to help. And if that meant giving my soul over to something, then I was willing. I did not know they would use me as a vessel and then lock me away.
Aurelius looks to himself. Like, he's looking at his left hand, which is the one that is, like, fucked up. And he goes, it's always the mission.
I decided that that mission was not worth the price they made me pay. I decided I wanted happiness.
Oh. You have Artemis now.
She holds her hand out to him. But you have us now.
I can't.
It's hard to take the first step. I know. I very much know. But I promise that once you do, it will be so much better.
Thing is, I was happy. The mission didn't choose what I lost. I chose what I lost.
I think I remember you telling me this.
Three years ago, there was a tear, a splinter somewhere near one of the pits. The town was completely overrun. I was a member of the Vigilance of the Abyss. Does that name ring a bell to you?
How's it going? Dang! Does it?
Vaguely. You were locked away for a while. You heard snippets, little bits. Not enough to know all the details.
Only ever so slightly.
Our order specialized in one thing and one thing only. Hunting the dark. Making sure that the abyss didn't spread, for it must be stopped. That was the mission.
Well, missions, different methods.
We had multiple people, multiple races. Some of my best friends were tieflings.
You too, then.
Yes. There was a town, can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but completely overrun. Demons. We attacked, and we lost many, but we reclaimed the town, and all that was left was to close it, but the clerics of our order were still a bit behind us. So my adopted mother, she said that she would close the abyss. She would enter the abyss and close it for everyone else so that the rest of us would be safe. And I was accepting that I was likely going to die. But I joined her.
What was your mother?
My mother? Lady
Yes.
Claudia. She was a... Wait, my mother or my adopted mother?
Adopted.
Yes, she was an Asima. She was...
You can see her actively stiffen up. I think I might have had a rough idea of what they planned to do with me now. Continue. Please.
She... To this day, I still remember her speech. This war is endless and filled with hardship. We've done well to make it this far, but we need to either close this portal or keep the demons occupied until we can build more defenses. I know it is terrifying, the thought of walking into the abyss like the night of the bleeding sun, but we do not do this for ourselves. We do this for the other people of Cormundum. We do this so that they may have a fighting chance, so that we may have a fighting chance. I, Lady Claudia, the chosen of the Lunatari and the captain of the vigilance of the abyss, shall lead the offenses into the abyss. I and all who choose to join me will have the goal of closing the breach and escaping if possible. If we perish in our efforts, then know we died fighting. For those who can't fight, step forth, all who would join me. And I did. Me and all my best friend, he gets quiet and he's like, you can tell by how he's speaking, he's struggling to continue.
You don't need to continue if you don't want to.
There's a reason we were called the Seven Sacrificed. I'm the only one who survived. I'm the only one who stepped out. I once knew happiness. I chose to walk in. The clergy didn't. If I could have stuck behind, like the 200 that remained, and just cut down demons as they came, but I I entered thinking I would die. It was a suicide mission, but it had to be done. And if it meant that everyone else would be okay, then it was worth it. When I came back, I had broken my oath, so I was no longer a part of the Order. And so I've been wandering ever since.
You broke your oath by surviving?
I broke my oath because I died.
Well, I'm not sure I understand. If you died, how are you here?
I don't fully understand it myself.
So, we're both sad little sacks who were meant to fight the Abyss and who somehow, through hell and high water, came out of it.
That's all I know. It's the only thing that gives me purpose anymore.
Well, maybe it's time to find another purpose. Maybe for once you need to live for yourself rather than others.
I can't do that.
Do you think it'll bring shame upon those that died?
I have to preserve that legacy.
I think you preserve their legacy by being alive. You preserve their legacy by continuing to live, by being happy, by doing the things that you all went into that gate to keep other people from being able to do. You weren't meant to survive, but you did. I think between the both of us, we know that we at least believe in some higher power. So it sounds like your time on this world is not done yet. You are meant for something greater.
I'm not sure if I believe that anymore.
Well, then I'll just have to believe it enough for both of us.
All I can do is help people where I can. And then it doesn't matter what happens to me.
It matters more than you know. You may think you're alone in this, but considering everything you just found out about me, you're not. So, I'm going to plant my little butt down here. I'm going to help you keep watch. Because as much as you will fight it, I do consider you a friend.
I never said you weren't a friend.
Like, lightly pat his shoulder. No, but you're certainly fighting like you do. She's a smile.
Trust me, you don't want to be on my bad side.
I think I've seen your bad side.
Uh,
I think I could take you. She's got this faint smirk.
I think you could as well, but give me enough time. I'll be able to best you.
Is that a promise?
It's an analysis.
She holds up her pinky finger. I'll make a bet then.
A bet.
Come this time next year, you and I will fight. If we are still both alive, the gods willing.
Yeah.
And we'll see who bests who. But there is an extra price that I request to take this bet.
I'm listening.
I want you to try and keep yourself healthy. Try. I understand sometimes those dark little clouds in your head may overtake and make everything seem cold and dark and alone. But I want you to try and find that one little ray of sunshine that always comes through. I want you to try and live again. If not for yourself, for those who died so that you might have a chance.
I'm holding on to what little humanity I have left.
I think you have more than you think you do. Humanity is not defined by what you are made of. It is defined by your actions.
And so I help others.
But you must also help yourself. Do you think you could do that for me?
I can't promise that.
I only ask that you try. That is all I can ever ask of someone.
How are we supposed to know if we are better than we were if we don't test ourselves now?
He grins. He'll pull off her sword. Only one way to find out, then.
Aurelius throws his cloak to the ground and draws his greatsword.
Okay. Are you guys wanting this to be like an off-screen, just like you guys are sparring, or like we actually fighting? Because I feel like this is like a cinematic cutaway scene.
It very much is.
Yeah.
Just wanted to verify with you guys to make sure you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Because what will inevitably happen is the tournament arc will happen.
And then they will get to truly fight.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the tournament arc. The tournament arc is when I, do the thing. But
The thing. Something busts in and starts killing everybody.
don't worry about the thing. The thing happens sometimes. It depends
Don't
on what day
worry about
it
the
is.
thing. I'm gonna quote that. Don't worry about the thing. The thing happens sometimes.
Every little thing is
You're
gonna
gonna
be
be
alright.
And
Don't-
I will say on that note, before dawn strikes of the next day, unless of course the other two had anything they were doing during the evening.
Nope, Artemis is just gonna go to bed.
Bed.
Same with Elizabeth.
Bed. Okay. I'll say that's a good place to end the session on.
Yay! Character progress.
Yeah.
I will leave you with one last thing, Paris.
Oh?
As you're going to sleep, in your head, you just hear, really just letting it all hang out, huh? Interesting. If you try and ask him anything or say anything, he does not answer you for the rest of the night.
Hmm. I feel like I'm going to have an adoptive father with this demon by the end of the fucking campaign.
Depends on how things go. You could, or he could be your worst enemy.
Only one way to find out.
Tune in next week for more of Cormundum Chaos, which we do stream this, starting the stream around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays. We have fun here, obviously. We still getting the hang of some stuff. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to do all the time, but we love it. We love each other. It's weird, it's goofy, and it's chaos. And we live up to that. So for those of us who are here on Twitch, thank you all so much for joining us. It is always fun to be able to let you just enjoy the time that we are spending with each other and be able to let you guys do so as well, to watch and enjoy. We will also be posting this on my YouTube channel, which is Uncommon Guru on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't have like a domain username for that or whatnot, but I am labeling it under Cormundum Chaos to make it a little easier to find. And we are currently on episode 13, so yeah, we did it. We're doing it. We're having fun. That's fucking. We're that's what fucking start of month 4.
Fuck yeah.
That's amazing, honestly.
So long.
It's amazing.
I didn't-
It's incredible.
yeah.
Yeah. And the first couple of sessions were bi-weekly stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
So technically it's been longer.
I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
on that note, thank you all so much. We hope you have fantastic weeks. We look forward to next Monday. Hopefully we'll see you there. And until next time, we're WhatTeamComp. See you all later. Bye-bye!